You think giving one solid performance in a Hollywood film is hard? Try giving two.
You can't believe what people will pay to lock up their parents.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who secretly played more than one role in their movie.
It requires only the will to do so.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at actors that somehow contributed more than one character to the same movie. While computer-generated characters and voice actors are fair game, we're excluding incidents where a character is in disguise.
Don't we have a stand-in for this type of thing? I need you in the shot or people will say they're fake.
Number 10, Michael Parks, Kill Bill.
Mr. Merkel is solid dog.
Known for his range as an actor, Parks is almost unrecognizable in the two contrasting roles he portrays in Quentin Tarantino's two-volume epic Bloodbath. In Volume 1, Parks plays Texas Ranger Earl McGraw, a law enforcement agent picking over the violent wedding scene in El Paso, Texas.
Who's the bride?
In Volume 2, Parks trades in his southern accent for a Hispanic one to portray Esteban Vallejo, a retired pimp Beatrix seeks out to help her hunt down Bill. While Tarantino never tries to hide the fact that Parks plays two different roles in the same story, our guess is you'd never know if no one told you.
I must warn you, young lady, I am susceptible to flattery.
Number 9, Ray Winstone, Beowulf.
I am Beowulf!
Ray Winstone may not look the part of Beowulf in real life, but thanks to performance capture filmmaking, he didn't have to. Winstone brings the titular character to life with energy and animosity in this film adaptation of the Old English epic poem, while the computer graphics team did the rest. But that isn't Winstone's only performance in the movie. Thanks to the modern marvels of technology, he also plays the dwarf performer and the dragon, also known as Golden Man. Given that none of these characters resemble one another, we'll give you a break if you didn't catch on that all three were played by the same actor. Number 8, Jim Carrey, Liar Liar.
Holy hell!
Jim Carrey has brought to life some memorable characters. Think Ace Ventura from the comedy of the same name, or Stanley Ipkiss from The Mask. In this Tom Shadyac film, another one of Carrey's creations makes a brief cameo. While Carrey appears in most of the film as Fletcher Reed, a lawyer who compulsively lies, his Fire Marshal Bill character from the sketch comedy TV series In Living Color can be seen in the background of the final airport scene. We're willing to guess you probably missed that one the first time around.
Both my legs are broken, so they can't take me right to jail.
Number 7, Peter Sellers, Dr. Strangelove.
You can't fight in here, this is the war room.
Eddie Murphy and Mike Myers may be famous for playing multiple characters in their movies, but Peter Sellers beat them to it by over 30 years. Sellers, an English actor well known for his portrayal of Chief Inspector Clouseau in the Pink Panther movies, plays 3 of the main characters in Stanley Kubrick's Cold War satire.
That would be, to my way of thinking, rather an odd way of looking at it.
Thanks to his versatility as an actor, along with skillful costume changes, Sellers pulls off playing Group Captain Lionel Mandrake, President Merkin Muffley, and the title character. Each character's personality is so different that it's remarkable they're all played by the same man.
Why didn't you tell the world, eh?
Number 6, Doug Jones, Pan's Labyrinth.
Boss.
It may be described as an adult fairy tale, but there's no denying that this Guillermo del Toro fantasy film is creepy. And Doug Jones is the man who brings del Toro's creepiest characters to life.
Soy un fauno.
Viewers first meet one of Jones's characters, the Fawn, near the beginning when he reveals Ophelia's previous life to her. Later, Jones appears as the child-eating pale man, whose eyeballs are lodged in his hands, rather than, the eye sockets in his head. Neither character bears any resemblance to the human who plays them, or any human at all for that matter, thankfully. Number 5, Chris Martin, Shaun of the Dead.
Get excited now to have a top band with us talking about their work for the charity Zombie.
Film writers Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright are known for their appreciation of cameo appearances, which are peppered throughout the duo's Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy. Arguably the most famous of their first effort of the trilogy are Coldplay members Chris Martin and Johnny Buckland, who show up on a televised program near the end of the movie promoting Zombade. However, that's not the only time Martin crops up. If you look closely just a couple scenes before that, Coldplay's leading man is almost unrecognizable as a bloodthirsty zombie outside the Winchester pub. His flawless portrayal of the undead really kept this celebrity cameo under wraps if you weren't looking for it.
Ready?
Ready.
Number 4, Andy Serkis, King Kong.
Suck everything except for the potatoes!
Andy Serkis is probably the most well-known actor no one recognizes. He's a veteran motion capture and voice actor whose biggest roles have been as Gollum in the Lord of the Rings trilogy and Caesar in the rebooted Planet of the Apes franchise. In King Kong, however, Serkis appears on screen playing the minor part of Lumpy the Cook. He also provides the motion capture acting for Kong, the 25-foot gorilla. Thanks to the physicality he brings to the role, you'd never know a human provided the movements for the savage ape on screen. Number 3. Warwick Davis, The Harry Potter Franchise.
One of the wizard's most rudimentary skills is levitation.
Shapeshifting isn't supposed to be possible in the real world, but maybe that doesn't count when you're acting in a Harry Potter movie. In the movie adaptation of the best-selling books by J.K. Rowling, Warwick Davis plays Phileas Flitwick, the bespectacled charms professor and head of the Ravenclaw house at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. However, thanks to a hook nose and pointed ears, Davis also appears in the movies as Griphook, the goblin who used to work at Gringotts Wizarding Bank in Diagon Alley. Given that they are not even the same species, it's easy to understand how Davis gets away with playing these two characters.
I said I'd get you in. I didn't say anything about getting you out.
Number 2. Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
In this Marvel film, Cumberbatch portrays the titular character, a cocky neurosurgeon turned superhero. You wouldn't know it by reading the credits, but Cumberbatch also played the villain Dormammu of the Dark Dimension. Cumberbatch suggested the idea to director Scott Derrickson because he thought the villain should be a horrific reflection of Strange. Derrickson agreed, and Cumberbatch ended up providing the facial capture for the character. His voice was also doubled with another uncredited British actor. Cumberbatch already had experience playing the computer-generated Smaug in the Hobbit film trilogy. So, perhaps we should have seen this coming?
There you are, thief in the shadows.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, goodbye, Governor. Sorry to have troubled you. When fall the banks of England, England falls.
Want to go for drinks?
I got this.
Number 1. Robin Williams, Aladdin.
You're a lot smaller than my last master. Either that or I'm getting bigger.
The late great Robin Williams had many iconic roles throughout his illustrious career, but arguably one of his most famous is his performance as the genie in Disney's Aladdin. Williams' portrayal of the genie is one of the most celebrated characters in animated film and marked a transition to celebrity voice actors. However, we bet you didn't know that Williams also voiced the peddler in the very beginning of the movie, who tries to sell the viewer a bunch of useless junk from his caravan before he reveals the magic lamp and starts the story.
Please, please, come closer. Too close, a little too close.
A master impersonator, Williams clearly hid the fact that the same actor voices the two characters very well.
Perhaps you would like to hear the tale? It begins on a dark night.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.